matchup between the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First and 10, Watson. Escaping, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So now a fresh set of downs, first and 10 after roughing the passer. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Watson's throw here taken in by Cooks. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Touchdown, Houston.
Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Titans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Two and now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
McKinney on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now Tua. He gets it to Brown. Good play. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 45-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Tua on the bootleg here. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
On the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Tua going to throw, and that's caught by Smith. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Tagovailoa on the throw on 2nd down here. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa rolling to his right. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
4th down.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays, and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Jeffrey Simmons on the stop. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
(10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
10, Texans 7.
On 2nd and 9, Watson, screenplay, Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
He's across midfield.
Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Being chased out. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
If you were me, you do this down the right side. Touchdown, Titans. An impressive punt return of 76 yards. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Brought down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Now the second down throw on target. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Complete to
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down, Houston.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Watson off play action. It's caught left side by Cooks.
Watson's
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
gain of 13.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Derrick Henry. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. You can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. The good pickup there of 20 yards.
At the 27-yard line.
On play action, here's Tua. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Flush, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing,
First down.
not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Throwing again is Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. 3rd down here.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
At the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Tua. He'll get this one complete to Davis.
I'm the best in the game. I'm the best.
Titans. Corey Davis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And
now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
Adoree Jackson. Watson's pass intercepted. The Titans take over 1st and 10.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Henry, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard. Brings up.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
1st and 10 at at their own 17-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now the rookie runner from App State, it's Darrington Evans. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Bradley Roby on the coverage defensively.
They'll toss this out to Evans. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Fourth down.
And his kick here is good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 32 that time. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Johnson, the ball.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Watson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 15 yards on the play, first down.
A gain of 15. And
operating from the gun, Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
complete.
25 yards for the touchdown. And the Texans cut into that lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
30, Texans 15.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10. at their own 18-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it, and the Texans scoop it. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun, Watson. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Again, it's Henry. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam! Puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
3rd and 9.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Tua. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that's caught inside the 30. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Lonnie Johnson picks it, and he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. After the interception, here's Watson. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath.
Not much there, only a yard.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And he's got his man on the out route. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
To the air yet again, Watson. And Robinson with a big catch. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Again, it's Watson. Throw complete right side to Cooks.
Watson's pass.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
Watson looks to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Texans.
For stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Yard line.
On 2nd down and 4. Watson eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, Watson. That's complete right around the 8. And he is out of bounds here. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Third and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. They turn to the fullback, Gillespie. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Shy of the goal line. No gain on the play. It's now 4th and goal.
Try to punch it in with Taylor, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. J.J. Taylor, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans draw a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Their own 22-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now? For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He'll look to throw. Dancing to, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. From the 50, it's Watson. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And it's
back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Houston.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Now Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Watson now to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
It's 4th down.
Down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down. One last throw here for Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.
Today's final score, Titans 30, Texans 25.